Welcome back to Joe Steiner Boxing. Chris Kongo springs a little bit of an upset, I suppose you might say. He unanimously outpoints Florian Marku, who's previously undefeated. Kongo now moves to 15 wins with 7 KOs. He's got 2 defeats, and those defeats were in his last fight, which was over a year ago, to Echo Esserman. But that was for the British to Commonwealth and a couple of those alphabet soup trinkets. Lost the majority decision. Good fight, Echo Esserman. Good fighter. Prior to that, he beat Sebastian Formella. He also lost on over 10 to Michael McKinson. He had a good win against Luther Clay back in 2020 when he stopped him in 9. So we've had it's been a little bit of a proverbial roller coaster ride for Chris Kongo, but he needed this win. I don't know how old Chris is. What is he? Late 20s, early 30s? I don't know, to be honest. But he's 6 foot tall, big for a welterweight. Tall for a welterweight, orthodox fighter. Marku, about 3 or 4 inches shorter. A big pressure fighter. Came in with 13 wins, no defeats and 1 draw. He's got 8 KOs in the win column. The draw was back in 2020 to a guy called Jamie Stewart, who at the time was undefeated, but now has a sort of losing record, but has never been stopped. He's always fought really, good domestic level people, Jamie Stewart, and I think it's something like 4-7 his record is, but he seems to be fighting for an area title every other month. He's a good operator, Jamie Stewart. But Marku, he knocked out Ryland Charlton, stopped him in 8, and Chris Jenkins, who was way past his best, he stopped him in 4, and the last time out, which was the back end, or I think September, October of 2023, he stopped Dylan Moran in 1 round. He looked all right doing it. But he's 31 years old. He's a southpaw, Marku, even though he switch hits all the time. And I've always thought the right guy could beat him. That is to say, a mover, a guy who sticks and moves, has a good chin, good stamina, uses his feet well, would beat Marku. Marku has this, he's physically very strong. He can hit hard, but he plods a bit. And definitely he had the heavier hands and the bigger physical strength, more physical strength than Chris Kongo. But I had this bout, what did I have it now? 97, 92. That includes a point off in the 8th round from Marku for hitting behind the head. And Marku, that was really frustration. And weirdly enough, in the 8th round, as soon as the point had come off, Kongo went after him and started battering him. And Marku it was frustration. Hitting behind the back of the head was frustration because he was just being completely outboxed. From the offset, Chris Kongo, even before the opening bell, he stood, as his name was being mentioned, he stood right in front of Marku and then pointed his fist at him. He was up for this. This is by far Chris Kongo's best performance of his whole career. And who's to say he can't go on and get another shot at the British title or the Commonwealth? He deserves it. He deserves it. But Marku kind of got exposed a little bit. Yeah, he tried a few things. Like I say, the switch hitting, he didn't fire enough punches. He couldn't control the range. I say he didn't fire enough punches. He couldn't get into range to fire them because Chris used the ring perfectly. He really did. And in fact, this fight, if you compare this fight to the Vidal Riley-McCall Lawal fight, where McCall just plodded after Riley and Riley kind of stayed on the back foot and snapped a few little jabs but basically ran without doing it. But it was incredibly conservative, and as a result, the fight was very boring. Kongo, it was very similar tactics, but he was far more productive. There was far more output, landed an awful lot of punches. The jabs were heavier. Some excellent footwork. He fought in inverted commas as well as boxing off the back foot. You understand what I mean? So I was impressed, really impressed with Kid Kongo. Marku just didn't have any kind of answer to anything really, and it's a shame. It's a shame because he's got a lot of fans, but Kongo deserves it. I think Kongo's from Bermondsey or something like that. Marku's Albanian. He's got a massive following. They're going to be disappointed. But I've always felt that Marku was sort of British level, maybe European. But kind of, he sells a lot of tickets, so he gets on the big stage. Whereas Kongo is a lot more unfashionable. But yeah, it was good. Good performance by Kongo, really good. He showed a lot in there. He showed a good jaw. He showed a good gas tank. It was over 10 rounds, by the way. Good jaw, good gas tank, good variety of punches. a thoroughly deserved winner. Thoroughly deserved. So what did you think? What's your opinion on this? How far do you think Kongo can go? Do you think he deserves another shot at the British? Do you think Marku was exposed? Leave all your comments below. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the like button. Yeah, and we got the big one to come. Big phrase against Wardley. I'll do a review of that as well. Catch you later. Bye for now.